guys, всем привет, добро пожаловать, welcome to my channel, Alice Yummy Food. I am so excited. Today I'm going to show you one of my basically delicious recipes that I invented over the last few days. It's going to be a delicious hazelnut salted caramel meringue and chocolate roulade topped with roasted hazelnuts. This cake is so easy to make. It's absolutely incredible. It's got praline, it's got roasted nuts in there, it's got salted caramel. If you're a chocoholic and you like sort of rich desserts and you love salted caramel, this dessert is for you. I have made a previous pistachio meringue roulade with raspberries, and that was such a hit, so I wanted to make something else for more of an indulgent dessert. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. You can get access to all my recipes on my membership, and all the links will be left down below how you can join and become a member so that you can enjoy and start making these delicious recipes together with me. Now let's get started.
First thing we're gonna do is make our meringue. So use your egg whites, make sure they're at room temperature, that way they will whisk a bit faster and will become foamy. If your eggs are not at room temperature, you can put your eggs into warm water and then leave it for 1 minute or so and warm them up that way. It's like a little cheeky trick that I use sometimes if I'm in a hurry. You want to whisk your egg whites until they start to become nice and foamy like this. And then you want to slowly add sugar. You want to add sugar in stages and keep mixing until your meringue becomes nice and glossy. You don't want to over whisk this, so as soon as your meringue has stiff peaks and is standing on your spatula or a whisk, then it's good to go. Then you want to add vanilla extract, and I'm also adding some cornstarch. Now this is really important to add to make sure our meringue is nice and sort of soft and stiff at the same time. You then want to mix everything one more time, nice and gentle. Don't whisk too fast here. And once all ingredients are incorporated, your meringue is done. Now here I'm using a silicone mat. You can use parchment paper as well, whichever you have. You want to add your meringue onto the middle and then spread it evenly with your spatula, going as sort of even as you can, creating a beautiful square. So make sure you have even amounts of meringue at all the sides. Take your roasted hazelnuts. You can fry them in a pan as well, or you can use raw, but I do suggest just pan frying your nuts in a pan for a couple of minutes to give them nice flavor. Then I like to crush them. You can use a food processor, or in this case I'm using my rolling pin, because we do want to have different size nuts. You don't want to crush them into powder. You really want to have that crunchy texture and different sizes. Then add that on top of your meringue. You can add as much or as little as you want. It's completely up to you. I really love nuts in desserts, so I add quite a lot of them. And also, if you haven't fried your nuts, then don't worry, because they will roast a little bit in there. But we're going to be using them further in the recipe. Now over here, I've got my cream cheese and my hazelnut praline. You can always use Nutella, mascarpone cream, and I'm going to add my double cream. And we're going to whisk everything together on high speed for a couple of minutes until it all mixes. Don't need to whisk everything super long. It should come together as soon as you feel that it's thick like that. Your cream is done. Make sure your ingredients are also cold. Now to get ready for meringue, make sure you line a clean towel and then sprinkle your towel with some icing sugar at the bottom. And when you take your meringue roulade, we're going to gently flip that over while it's hot onto the towel. And you can leave it for a couple of seconds and then gently start peeling it off. If your meringue is not peeling off, do leave it to cool down for a bit longer before peeling, as you don't want to break it. And if it sticks a little bit, just gently pull it off. Add your hazelnut cream on top in dollops and then just gently spread it around with a spatula, you can use a spoon, just nice and even. You want nice thin layer. Try going all the way around the edges as well. Now I'm gonna add my salted caramel. You can use store-bought or you can make your own. I've got how to make salted caramel, of course, in my membership. I like to add a lot, and then I'm adding extra hazelnut praline in there as well, just to have a lot of chocolate flavor. Then I'm gonna add extra nuts. Like I mentioned earlier, I do love my nuts. So just add loads more if you like nuts as well. And start gently wrapping your meringue. You wanna use a towel to help you. And obviously add your cream when the meringue has fully cooled down. And once you've done that, transfer it into a board and decorate with extra chocolate and nuts. This is completely up to you. You can add more chocolate or you don't have to add any chocolate. I 100% recommend to add extra chocolate here. And I'm also topping it up with more hazelnuts on top. And now this is really important. The cake needs to go in a freezer for at least 1 hour, at least 45 minutes, because you want it to be nice and cold. Don't worry, it will not freeze fully. You will still be able to cut it, but it tastes absolutely amazing when it's cold from the freezer. I prefer this cake. It tastes like an ice cream. You have so many amazing flavors in there: chocolate, hazelnut cream, hazelnut praline, soft meringue, and all the flavors work together so well. It's definitely an indulgent cake, but it's so addictive. I had the whole cake with my sister in 2 days. We just couldn't stop eating it. So I really hope you make it, and I can't wait to see your photos.